Welcome to today's 1 million by 1 million strategy roundtable for entrepreneurs. We're very sorry to keep you waiting. We had a very technical problems. WebEx has been an excellent platform to host these sessions for many years, and suddenly today we had a bit of a technical glitch. Anyway, we are back and everything should be fine. If you have any technical issues right now, try to do with chat with Maureen. If you can set up your public chat to send to Maureen Kelly instead of send to all participants, which is the public chat mode, and you can ask her questions. She'll try to help you, and we'll try to also get a WebEx customer support on if there is any further problems. Anyway, so welcome to the 1M Strategy Roundtable. Our mission is to help 1 million entrepreneurs reach $1 million in annual revenue and beyond, build $1 trillion in global GDP, and 10 million jobs. Maureen, I have not been able to turn the video on. For some reason, I don't see the attendee bar that I normally do, so I'm doing this without the video right now. This is our 178th roundtable, and I know nothing goes on for 178 sessions unless there is a strong interest from the participants and the audience to keep going with it. So we've been doing this for a long time, and our success is really predicated upon success. We're here to make you successful. For those of you who are parts of entrepreneurship development organizations, you're welcome to look into our Incubator in a Box program, and we already have a number of companies, entrepreneurship development organizations, and various types of partners who are working with us on this program. You're very welcome to look at this program as well. Essentially, it is to expand or outsource incubation infrastructure for various organizations. The event is being recorded. We will have the recording available for you later in the actually, tomorrow you will have it on the blog and on YouTube, our YouTube channel, and so forth. If you like tweeting the show, please use hashtag 1M1M. Our account is at 1M by 1M and at Sramana. You're welcome to follow those. And our YouTube channel is 1M Roundtables. So you will find recordings of all past sessions in that channel. You will also find other goodies like cartoons and 1M FAQ videos and so forth. So, we are going to be working with several presenters with their slides and everything, but at the end of the show we will also give you a chance to call in and chat, and that dial-in number is 650-479-3208 and 664-44563 is the access code for that call. You keep your computer on mute, otherwise the line will echo, and keep your phone muted until I ask for you, and let us know in public chat that you're calling in. Start with Salil Agarwal. Salil, if you could unmute your line and tell us what Query is doing, that would be great.
Okay, so can you go to the next slide, please?
Sure. There we go.
Describe something about myself first before jumping to the query home. I've done MCA from BHU and MBA from Bangalore. I'm in with Query Home from last 14 months. As of now, I am the only one who is working on this Query Home and looking to have my first employee.
Okay.
Next slide, please. Query Home. Query Home is essentially a question and answer solution, which has flavors, B2C and B2B. On it, B2C is very similar to what Quora or Stack Exchange networks are providing, but key differentiations are it solves the real problem, where Quora is positioned as a knowledge sharing platform. You never join Quora to ask your real problem. You join Quora for knowledge or to get the knowledge from others, not for problem solver. where stretching network you join for the near real problem solution, but it was a very small sector in program or the OS. And the missing part is the social networking, which QUERY is providing. The B2B section, Jive provides enterprise networking. QUERYHOME is essentially a question answer solution which is more required than enterprise or social networking. Next. So we can say that QUERYHOME targets a real problem, which is two key. One is the social networking and second is the instant help. Now to the point, who is the customer of the query? So in the segment, the person who has a real problem and is looking for a solution will use the QUERYHOME. And the person who wants to solve, yes,
Find problem.
the point. The which are of the professional needs, not the personal needs. So it could be related with the IT, it could be related with pharma, it's of professional needs.
My opinion already. Domain and work within one domain. If you try to do tech, IT, pharma, education, energy, it's too broad.
The point of this, looking to start from IT first and bring the telecom later. Out of this, coming to the B2B sector, we target the medium-sized enterprises, which are broad knowledge-based and 500 to 2,000 employees. The identified sectors are IT, pharma, telecom, education, and energy. Next. So, content enterprise I have already described in some sense, so I am skipping that part. Coming to the recruiters part. So, if I am going to hire some employee, I generally look for his LinkedIn profile, and LinkedIn tells me what this guy is telling about himself. We get this information along with the real activities in certain fields he is doing in the last 1 year. This gives real confidence that this guy has worked and this guy has depth in this sector. So we build not only the question and answers, but the users running resume which can be used by the recruiters.
Verification of candidates in a public forum. Well, that's just not the way the recruitment industry works.
Now here is that LinkedIn, when we go to the LinkedIn, we get to know what this user is saying about himself and what others are saying about this guy.
Okay.
For some reason, if I get to know, okay, this guy is saying that this guy is expert in Linux, but to know from his profile, okay, in last 1 year, this guy has asked the Linux questions. This gives the real confidence that, okay, this guy has really worked in Linux. He may not be having the knowledge in Linux because he is asking the
that means anything. People are not necessarily spending time on LinkedIn asking questions to display their expertise in Linux. That's just not a reasonable assumption.
That I am saying. So QUERYHOME will do that, not the LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, you just get to know, okay, telling about himself and what the others are saying. But in QUERYHOME, you will get to know, okay, this guy has asked these many Linux questions and these many Linux answers.
Yeah, but that'd be a benchmark. I don't see why that's something that would be a reliable benchmark. It's the same as LinkedIn. Because people are not compelled to go somewhere, go to some public forum and ask questions. That's not how people show off knowledge.
I'm not saying about that. I'm saying that if you want to recruit, this gives you one more measurement about the guy, right?
but it's a very lame value proposition.
Okay.
It's not a value proposition at all. And so far, I have not heard anything compelling. Yammer is a social networking medium, doesn't support QA. It takes Yammer just 2 seconds to put in a QA capability. That's a reasonable statement either. It's not what is that you're doing that deserves to be done and wants a new company.
Okay.
What is the opportunity? That's exactly what is the market opportunity? I don't see the market opportunity here.
So this slide describes like key searches on the or so data is taken from the Google, which describes that most of the searches in Google is in the form of queries. So one statistic is missing that 33% are the users which are not satisfied with the Google. So these users which need precise answers.
Yeah, this is a crowdsourced forum like Quora.
So it's a crowdsourced forum.
I have a Quora account and I get asked numerous questions. Most of those questions I ignore. I don't answer. I guarantee that people are going to actually answer questions on your forum.
So one key feature is that Query will connect to the other niche forums. So when you ask the questions, these forums will participate in answering the questions. So answer probability is very high from day one.
I believe that. I don't think you can make that assumption with degree of confidence. But see, the point is there are too many Q&A forums out there already. And the matter is when they feel like there is no guarantee people are going to answer.
Yes, I give you an example. Say you ask a Python question. So Query identifies, okay, this is a Python question and this should be cross-asked on the Python forum. Python is a very niche forum where people join to show their help others in Python specific problem.
But if somebody is asking a Python question, they will go to Python forum and ask the question there. Why would they come to you?
But cost associated with joining multiple forums. So a person will not join Python forum, Linux forum, this forum, that forum. He will to join one bigger forum.
No, I don't think so. I think people who work on one particular technology go work on that, go join that forum and work within that forum. It's paid off technical people. You make assumptions that are not valid assumptions, and I think on what I know of the Q&A world and the forums and everything, it's a super highly crowded market, and I just don't see why there's room for another generic forum solution. I just don't think it's going to work. Focus on something else. This is not a good problem to solve. It's not a problem to solve. Yeah, buy it.
We discuss speaking skill sets. So this is mental environment. This is the monetization. So how you are going to monetize the enterprise part and the public solution.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Hyper crowded market. And if you think that people are going to just pay for a forum solution, enterprises are going to just pay for a forum solution. They have forum. Jive is a forum product. Most of the social media products have forum components to them. They're not going to use this. You should if you're very early stage and just by yourself, I suggest you reset and think of a different problem to solve. This is not going to work. You're welcome. I'm going to move to Manikandan Saranan. There?
Hi, sir.
By money?
I'm okay with money or just M. I think that's a lot easier.
Go ahead, money.
Yeah, I'm from Chennai, India, and I'm working on this product called Slamly currently.
Yep.
And it was a spontaneous idea. I just thought of creating virtual slam books for high school and college graduating students because this is the right season for that. And idea germinated. Yeah, it's an online virtual slam book where people can create a slam book and fit around. Their friends would fill it for them. They evolved into something. So I'm here to present and validate that idea.
Okay.
I want to describe the problem statement in two simple sentences. People and brands want to ask questions about themselves or things that matter to them. I'm not talking about a Q&A site. This is an application where people or brands can ask questions about themselves or things that matter to them. I will call it vanity and brands call it market research. So popular social networks are tailored to be one way in nature. They are useful for broadcasting information. I can also ask questions about myself. I can ask how's my new hairstyle, and people can comment the answers as comments. But it allows me to gain any actionable insights out of the responses. But I don't believe in reinventing the wheel and creating a new whole social platform revolving around the idea of asking questions. I want to integrate this with as many social networks as possible. Next, please. So, trying to provide a solution to this problem. Now, brands use their Facebook pages to ask questions. They are revolving around social CRM tools to extract any actionable insights out of these. And apps such as 21 questions are popular among teenagers and even adults. Basically, they allow your friends to answer questions about you, and your friends can remain anonymous. Now, my solution is, why not provide a platform people where they can ask questions of themselves or things that matter to them. For example, I'm admitted to XYZ university. Should I attend? Will a blue colored T-shirt look good on me? I got a new dog. What should I name it? So let's for this system with a points-based economy. So effectively, we can gamify the whole thing. And brands can ask just one question, with custom answers or a given 3 or 4 answer options. So in this platform with popular social networks, so don't have to come to this site separately and spend time, because I don't see people coming out of Facebook or Twitter. So let's say I get 100 bonus points on sign up, and costs me about 10 points to ask a question. And my friends on this site or from Facebook, I'm thinking of complete integration here. So my friends on Facebook or on this Slamly application as a separate entity can answer these questions, and my friends get 5 points to these questions. And choose to keep the identity or the answer to be anonymous. For example, if they keep the answer anonymous, it says your friend XYZ has answered something, unlock it for a couple of points. Or if they are choosing the identity to anonymous, it says a friend of yours has answered so and so, unlock to see who it is. How it works well for brands is brands are currently using their Facebook pages or a SurveyMonkey account or Google Docs, other online platforms to do market research. So here in this platform, they can post a single question, and this goes to the feed of you can target people from 17 to 20, male, female, in this area, around this place, anything, and they get a cost per response. This question goes around to people's feed, and they can answer these questions and get 10 or 20 points. Basically, the idea is to provide more incentive for answering about brands than answering about people. And the asked by brands are not regular in nature. I want people, targeting brand questions and answering them to just gain points, but it's evenly across their feed. This will gamify the whole platform and make sure that they spend the points earned here by asking questions about themselves. Basically, connecting market research and vanity here. Next, please. Then is the current users of popular social networks. I don't want to create a new website or a new app and try to attract them out of their current dens. I have to create mobile applications and highly integrated Facebook applications. People can use it from inside their social network. And it also targets brands and even people who want to do market research. I want to take the whole realm of market research to small businesses. Just consider a small bakery in my town that doesn't have a couple of dollars to do a large-scale market research, but say I want just pose a question: people like vanilla and strawberry put together in a single cake. They want this question to revolve around their place, now beyond 50 miles, and they want to target people who are between 20 and 40 years of age. This is one single question they want to keep float around, and they are recharging their account for $100, and my algorithm tells them it is them 50 cents per response. So they'll be targeting around 200 people. Next slide, please.
So access all this demographic segmentation data. That data sits with Facebook. Does Facebook allow you to use that if you build a Facebook app?
Building a Facebook app, there are certain levels of information I get for granted, but the other important crucial segments for this kind of targeting have to ask explicitly for users' permission. There is an option for asking users permission.
That will be difficult to get.
I'm also thinking of adding people sign up for the service as a separate entity and then link their Facebook account too. So that's option of getting into this network. Next slide, please.
How are you going to get this out there?
Let's say I'm thinking of paying to be a host, and I'm yet to discover other avenues of getting it out there, getting the word out. So my proposition for this product is provide a platform to people to ask and answer questions and make it fun along the way. Users can keep their identity or answers hidden, increasing the fun factor. This price seems to work among teens and even amongst adult communities. Users can trade points while answering or asking questions. Brands, it allows targeted reach. Gamification ensures better results than SurveyMonkey or Google Docs. People don't tend to answer them, or even if they.
Basic hypothesis right now, Mani. You need to go check out how much of this is viable, because I think the entire viability of this, this proposition depends on how much demographic data you can access. And how you're going to go at it, how are people going to discover it, how is the virality going to flow? Without those things, those questions being answered, whether this is at all viable or not is not clear to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you can create some sort of a survey and Q&A possibility within Facebook and let brands do surveys, it's kind of like a survey app for brands, basically, is what you're saying, and it's got some social behavior angles to it, which induce consumers, but and gamification and so forth. But I think there are some major gaps in whether this is at all viable or not.
The major challenge here is accessing such demographic information, because such information is at the core of Facebook ads, and huge possibility of Facebook denying such information because this primarily.
They will deny, because if you can do that, and if they let you do this, see how Facebook can possibly let you access all demographic data. It's just not reasonable to expect.
Okay, so I need to explore other avenues of people signing up and accessing those data.
Which is not so simple.
Yes. Okay. I will
First
take note
check
of that.
what it will let you do, and that will almost immediately validate or invalidate your idea.
Mm-hmm.
There's a here.
Okay.
Okay?
So, this involved
Go ahead.
challenges involved is, will this tool end up be a solution than Facebook pages for brands? And
No.
the challenge here is getting word out and acquire customers. Introducing new features to keep users from getting bored. There's only so many questions that one can ask about themselves. And another challenge, as pointed out by you, is getting the demographic information and getting this viable.
I thought this is going to work.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Shara is next. Offerly.com. The call?
Aisha's called in yet. I would go to Rihanna. I'll try to see what's happening still.
Rihanna. Rihanna.
Yes, okay, thank you. Let me see. Hi, my name is Rihanna Shrestha, and I am the founder and CEO of Nurturize Inc. You can see our contact information right on this page. Please visit us at nurturize.com or email us at info@nurturize.com. Next page. Okay, so the customer and value proposition. Nurturize is delivering a comprehensive portal for a wide range of educational, developmental, and creative art classes for students of all age groups, where students want to learn to solve real-world problems from educators, teachers, subject matter experts in the field of science, math, technology, and creative arts. From our research, we found that classes that are taught in school follow a process and are fixed set of content information. So we are going to be offering hands-on project-based classes for students of all age groups that are based on learning by doing, that are engaging, that are relevant, challenging, and experimental. This will be offered on-site, online, and through videos, so people have options to choose the channel that fits their schedules and commutes. We also want to reward children for improving and getting better grades in math, science classes. Above all, we want to create a platform where we are teaching, we are learning, we are nurturing each and every one of our students to create a better community. Next, please. Okay. So our target customers are anyone, individual, male or female, looking for a simplified way to take a wide range of classes. Whether they want to be, they are looking to be a web developer, looking for a little help in calculus, looking to even learn on how to build a robot. We want to leverage subject matter experts to provide those skill sets. Because we are offering a wide range of the classes for kids, our target customers are also parents who are looking for supplemental classes for their kids. We are all about offering classes so children can be interested in the path of high-tech fields. Below the information is just a stat. There are 76 million children under the age of 18 years old. 106 million people take classes. 134 million parents want organized classes for their children, and they pay anywhere, from about $100 per week. Corporate and government training is more than $100 billion annually. In April 2013, Obama administration commits to $3.1 billion to science, technology, engineering, and math education, and stressed the need to focus American education on STEM fields in order to make the national globally competitive. We want to be part of that movement where we are helping, motivating, and encouraging children so they become interested in high-tech fields, and for individuals, who with the needs to help them train better in that sector.
Yeah, this is a very competitive field as well. Question to you is, have you had a chance to really segment what's available in different types? I mean, you cannot cater to 8 through 18 years old, right? You cannot cater to 3-year-old to 18-year-old. You have to pick a band of a group. You have to pick a segment, whether you're doing elementary school, middle school, high school, where you want to position it, what kind of segment you've kind of, I mean, the whole range of segments. You cannot provide, when you're talking about content-based offering, you cannot provide offerings in every single segment. You need to have a segment where you provide the offering. So what is your hypothesis on what is your segmentation?
When you say segment, are you talking about the age group, or are you talking about the subject that we actually provide the classes under?
All those are segmentation vectors.
When I said like all age group, I mean this kind of applies to all age group. You know, I mean we may not be able to hit every single age group, but that's kind of our target, is to be able to provide. You know,
you don't build the business with an idea that applies to everybody and their mother. The way people build businesses is by choosing a segment, finding a product that works on that segment, and going it step by putting one foot before the other. What you have here is kind of like a motherhood and apple pie valuation. That's not going to work. That's not how you build businesses.
Okay, so would you recommend that we kind of focus on, like, let's say a niche market here? Let's say we start with, K to 12, and then we focus there, right there, and then once we build
this market, K through 12 is a very big market. On maybe age group 5 to 8 or age group 10 to 14, something like that. Middle school, maybe you can work on high school. You can work on high school algebra, or high school robotics, or middle school robotics. You have to pick a niche through which to enter the market.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think in that case, I mean, we would definitely be focusing more on the high school, because I think that's where we are seeing that, because that's the age group where, they're going to decide on where they want to go, because I think the kids may be too early to really see the benefits of these classes. So I think that in that scenario, we would maybe have to focus more on high school and then through college there. That would be the age group that I can think of right now.
If the case, then you have to next decide on what is the competitive landscape of who's offering what, and where is the gap in the market through which you can actually get in and position a solution.
Okay. Well, yeah. Next slide would be the customer acquisition. I mean, this is the basic on how we are trying to acquire customer right now. I mean, we do have a prototype built in. So the next stage is trying to do a B2B business where we would, reach out to these teachers. We would reach out to these providers where they would be offering these classes. So that's what we are at this stage right now.
Rihana, if I may, you are approaching this in a very naive way. You need to learn how to build a business. This is
elaborate on when you say how to build a business. Do you mind elaborating on that?
Why don't you hold on? I will talk about how to teach you to build a business in a little bit. So you can hold that question and ask me that question after I'm done with that section.
And I think the challenges that we see is, this is kind of, I'm bootstrapping this right now, so it's kind of being able to manage the resources, so we are hitting all of the dots, as a startup, and just building, awareness to the marketing. I mean, if using effective marketing strategies and just I think that those are the challenges that we see right now.
Yeah. You need to learn how to build a business, and right now you're kind of going at it in a very haphazard fashion, which most early-stage entrepreneurs, first-time entrepreneurs do when they don't have any idea about how, what is the template of building a business. And you don't need to do that. There are templates of how to build a business.
I'm trying to see, I mean, I understand there's the information out there in the market, but I was trying to see why would you say that, and worry that
hold on for a bit. Let's have this conversation after I'm done with this segment on what we offer you to learn how to build a business. We see them all the time. That's why we've started this program, is that people go out of business because they don't know what templates to follow in terms of putting one foot before the other.
Okay.
There are resources as a result of that because they don't do things in a systematic process. And then, like I said, I have this Harvard Business Review article that just came out this week, and one of the statements I made there is methods to the madness of entrepreneurship. We'd rather you learn that method, not go out of business because you do things haphazardly and a bit of this and a bit of that, because there are a lot of things that you need to do, and you need to do this one after another to really make progress in how to build a business.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely need.
Go through that, and then we can talk more about how you can mitigate your knowledge gaps. Everybody has knowledge gaps. We will provide you a solution with how to mitigate those knowledge gaps so that you can rapidly become an entrepreneur. For those of you who are first-time entrepreneurs who have never done this before, you need to rapidly learn how to become an entrepreneur with the right skill sets. That's what this program is all about. So for now, go on mute, Rihanna. You can come back after we've done some more of the next segment of the conversation, and then we can do Q&A, further Q&A. Okay?
Thank you. Thanks.
You're welcome. So please make note of the phone number to dial in 2650-479-3208. Code is 664-944-563. We will have lots of time for Q&A after the next segment. I'm going to actually tell you how to do exactly that, is how to mitigate your knowledge gaps. After that, we'll come back to doing more extensive Q&A with the audience. When we're in the Q&A mode, please tell us in the public chat that you are planning to call in. Make sure you put your computer on mute and keep the phone muted until I call for you. Okay, so this is actually a request to you is help us engage with serious entrepreneurs. We're very interested in working with serious entrepreneurs who really want to learn how to be an entrepreneur. Not somebody who has a little bit of an idea, the beginning of an idea and going to do a bit of this and a little bit of that and then abandon that idea. That is not what we call an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur serious entrepreneur is somebody who really wants to learn how to be an entrepreneur, really wants to know the mechanics and the skills and the processes of how to put one foot before the other, and has the tenacity to build a business. It takes many years to build a sustainable business, a significant business. And we are looking for entrepreneurs who have the skill and the tenacity, the resilience, the commitment to really see it through, not a fly-by-night. I'll test this idea and then I will, if it doesn't work, which will most likely it won't work because you will not give it the time and the energy to sculpt it and modify it and to make it so that it does work and do the due diligence. If you abandon the idea, then you'll never be an entrepreneur. You're going to really need to stay with it, morph it, validate it, invalidate it, redefine it, and all of these steps, and that's what we call a serious entrepreneur. So if you're a serious entrepreneur, here's a set of resources for you. Again, 1M is the only global virtual incubator in the world. We work with entrepreneurs globally and 100% virtually, and our mission is to help 1 million entrepreneurs reach $1 million in annual revenue and beyond. The first level of resource you get is our blog, where we have tons of information and tons of studies, role model interviews, leader interviews, trend information, just basic guidance, articles and so forth. It's basically content. It's just like any other blog, and you can start reading it or continue reading it. You will learn through that alone. Then we have the Entrepreneur Journeys book series, where we have a more synthesized body of work. We've published 4 volumes of Entrepreneur Journeys books And these are organized in case studies and video lectures. And the books are video lectures, they're just case studies or as books. They're organized as case analysis and synthesis. And so far, we published 4 volumes, and there are 2 really critical methodology elements that we have incorporated into these books so far. Those are bootstrapping and positioning. Now, folks, if you're on the call, please put your line on mute and do not stream noise into the call. Thank you. These books predate the 1M1M program. However, you will start seeing some elements of that kind of synthesized information in the books. They're available from Amazon and Kindle internationally and from Flipkart in India, also Amazon in India. The book is at sramanamitra.com or 1mby1m.com. You'll find it from both URLs. This site looks like, and then you will also have access to these free strategy roundtables to come and discuss your ideas. Right? Today we already discussed 3 ideas, and 3 are very early stage ideas that need a lot of fine tuning. And I've been very direct with you to give you feedback on my sense of whether it's viable or not, and what are the points to check to see if it's viable or not. And depending on what your stage of evolution is, you can continue to use these free roundtables on a regular basis to learn, to bounce your ideas and so forth. You can register for the free roundtables from the website. Have the premium program where we actually teach you much more systematically the methodology of how to build a company. Based on what we have seen today, the presentations that we have seen today, all of you to very rapidly learn the methodology as soon as possible. You're going to waste tremendous amounts of time, money, energy, resources, everything. Please don't do that. So I will explain to you how we teach the methodology. We have an extensive curriculum in the premium program. We also offer business development resources. We help you with introductions to customers, channel partners, investors, media analysts. We help you with strategy consulting. Similar sessions, similar WebEx sessions, but they are for members only and they're in-depth. Part of it is because our premium members also have access to the methodology and the curriculum, and they do those, and then when they come to discuss in the strategy sessions like this, they have a lot more groundwork done. They have a lot more homework done. And that helps in having much more advanced levels of conversations, strategy conversations, which make progress more rapidly. So the combination of curriculum and consulting sessions, these project roundtables we call them, is a powerful tandem. We're a fundable company. We also help you with financing, intro to investors and so forth. We will help you if your project is a fundable project, and you'll have resources to check whether you're fundable or not. And if you are, then we'll help you put one foot before the other to create your pitch deck for investors and then go these conversations with investors. We have an extensive network of investors and relations. You will have the access to our clout in the media. We have a tremendous amount of clout in the media, and it's because it's so difficult to get media access here in the early stages. We take all of that onus on us and help you with visibility as well. If you go to the website, the $1 Million Club article introduces to some of our members of the 1M1 Million Dollar Club, people who have reached $1 million in annual revenue and beyond. Also, quantify the 1M1M value equation for you. It's $375,000 worth of value a year for a $1,000 annual membership fee. and to give you lots of orientation material to learn how to use the program. The self-assessment is an app that's on the top navigation bar. We strongly recommend you go to this. Celebrate your business as soon as possible. Now, in the premium program, you will also have curriculum modules to help you bridge gaps vis-a-vis the self-assessment. So again, the website is 1m1m.com. Tons of information about the premium program, what to expect from the premium program, video FAQs and so forth about the program, all of which will help you evaluate if you want to be part of this program and use it to bridge your knowledge gaps or not. Here we built the curriculum, and this will help you, especially Rina, you were asking the questions of how to learn how to build a business. Here's the answer to that question. What we have done since 2008 is run these online mentoring sessions for free. This is our 178th session. And according of every single session, we have deep understanding of kinds of issues you guys are facing in your entrepreneurial journey. And we have a whole parallel set of these going on in our private roundtables where premium members are participating. We have tremendous depth of understanding of what your issues are and how to mitigate them. Also, since 2006, we've been doing case studies. We've been inviting successful entrepreneurs to come and tell us and tell you how they have built their businesses. Effectively, we've offered over 600 entrepreneurs, and every year we do another 150 of these, a platform to teach you. So we've got these case studies of how those entrepreneurs, the successful entrepreneurs, have mitigated the kinds of challenges you're facing. We have triangulated these case studies and the knowledge of your issues into a curriculum. And the curriculum is taught as the lectures and case studies. We have a core curriculum and an elective set of modules. The core curriculum has 7 modules. Boosting, positioning, market sizing, customer validation, financing, customer acquisition, and team building. Every single one of you need to learn these pieces of how to build a business. You can build a business without mastering these issues. So whether it's through 1M or through some other way, I recommend highly that you learn these modules as soon as possible. Elective side, we deal with industry-specific or industry segment-specific topics. So Web 3.2 and e-commerce, there are tons of web businesses out there, and we teach you case studies and video lectures, through case studies and video lectures, issues that are specific to those kinds of businesses. Similarly, we have cloud computing and business solutions, outsourcing and consulting, mobile social apps, healthcare IT, online education, gaming. All of these are elective modules. You can take electives. You have limited access to the entire curriculum through the premium membership, and it also helps in ideation. So those of you who are in the validation stage, let's say you come into the program or you use the validation modules to try to validate your ideas. The idea does not validate. You find that the market is too crowded. There is no reason, there's no room for another company in that space. In that case, what we recommend you do is you use the methodology, you use the ideation and come up with other ideas. We have companies in the program whose first idea didn't work out and who abandon that first idea, invalidate that first idea, that's the terminology we use, and come up with another idea, and you can work with as many ideas as you like within the program. The program is a 1-year and membership. So 1 year, we recommend that if your idea is shaky, it doesn't have legs, invalidate it as early as possible, as quickly as possible, and move on to the next idea so that you can develop the second idea within the program. And the second idea doesn't work, then you go to the third idea. But the point is, we want you to use the time you have, the duration you have in our program, as effectively and as productively as possible. So methodology is lean, capital efficient, bootstrap startups. We have tremendous respect for your limited resources. We assume that you're not a billionaire, that you're working very limited resources. We respect your cash. We want you to preserve your cash and do the right things in the order, so you pretty much can develop the business ideas in a very cost-effective, capital-efficient manner. As I said, we do a lot of press coverage. Once you get to the point where your product is ready to launch and you are working on the customer acquisition issues and so forth, we do give you lots of coverage through our media channels and also social media. We have a huge reach through social media. We will let you access that social media reach through our channels, so you get yourself out there as quickly as possible and as efficiently again as possible. One Incubation Radar is a series we write, for example, where we profile you in depth on our blog, and a lot of investors are monitoring the series. So oftentimes when people get profiled in through one of our media channels, they get calls from investors. If you are an entrepreneurship development organization looking to partner with an organization like ours that is, deep in its expertise as well as network, you're very welcome to become an affiliate partner, participate in our affiliate program. And we have free roundtables like this available every week, basically. June 20th is the next one. That's next week. June 27th, we do have a roundtable, but it's a private roundtable for our Oracle Application Labs contest participants. So we are doing a closed program right now with Oracle through our Incubator in a Box program, and the June 27th session is a closed session for Oracle only. So those of you who are here from Oracle, you will have access to that session. July 11th, 18th, 25th, we have regular free roundtables, and we look forward to seeing you at some of those. On Vision India 2020 is a book that I published, where I published 45 really big business ideas, and you're welcome to take any of those and implement them or derive some other ideas through them. Use it as an ideation exercise. It's basically ideas that relate to developing countries, not just India, but all developing countries. These ideas would apply to all developing countries. Again, Incubator in a Box is a program that we are working on with various partners, and if you are, a corporate partner or a corporation or a government or an entrepreneurship development organization and want to use our Incubator in a Box program, please reach out to us, and we'll be happy to work with you. We are ready for Q&A, and you either ask questions in public chat or you can dial in to the conference call, and the dial-in instructions are on your screen. So let me hit the public chat and see if there are any questions here. So Diana, amidst negativity and in a business environment, how can one entrepreneur mind survive? I got struck somewhere and don't know where. I'm not sure I understand your question, Diana. If you're welcome to dial in and we can talk about what you're trying to ask. Does anybody have a question? Already? Please introduce yourself.
London, the guy with the Slamly idea. Apart from the challenge of acquiring sensitive demographic information, is there any possible gap in the proposed application? Is there that I should be concerned about?
There are gaps. There are gaps. I try to do this wholesale on every demographic. You're going to have a really hard time. You need to go at it with demographic by demographic and accordingly recruit brands. And there are like teenage brands. Teenagers tend to want to engage a kind of behavior that you're trying to facilitate, but then you go after brands as well as demographics that are more in that teenage space. Then you can sub-segment on top of that, but you have to really tighten your focus. Something that everybody will use. But But you need critical mass of some segment where you can run this kind of a program and brands that want to reach that segment. This means that you are able to access demographic data.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you.
Any other questions? Anybody in? Please in public chat if you're planning to call in. Mani, you are on the call? Mani, call?
Hello?
Let me go back to your slides, and since we weren't able to listen to your presentation, we can do that now. Relax. 1 second. Go ahead, Manish.
Okay, so I'm Manish, the founder of OfferMonday.com.
Yes, good.
Yes, I am the founder of OfferMonday.com. So OfferMonday.com is a price discovery platform right now focusing on mobiles and tablets. I launched this website in a tier 2 city of India, that's Jaipur. I hope you have heard about that city. It is famous with the name of Pink City. Hello?
Jaipur.
Okay. So through OfferMonday.com, you can it's a discovery platform right now focusing on mobiles and tablets. So through our platform, you can check the price of your favorite phone in any locality in Jaipur. You can compare that price with other famous locality of Jaipur, and you can see the prices of all the retailers which retailer is selling that particular mobile on what price. So basically, we are a price discovery platform on MetaSearch, as said. We are doing something very interesting for Indian economy. In India, the internet users are increasing with a huge pace, but the businesses are not coming online as fast as they should be. So we are providing an online presence to the offline vendors by aggregating them through our platform and making them compete with another business niche that is online. So we are making these two niche businesses, offline and online, compete with each other, therefore making the end product or the resulting product a bit cheaper for the end user.
So understand this, you are working with other mobile retailers and tablet retailers in Jaipur, and you are helping them come online, is that what you're saying?
Through our platform. So aggregating and bringing them online. So you can say that we are a aggregator for the offline world, where you can check the offline world prices and can compare them on a shop-to-shop basis or a locality basis. So it helping
you don't transactions there. Those retailers are not taking offers on your platform. They're just providing the price, the SKUs and the prices for consumers to compare. They have an attractive price, then they have to go there to complete the transaction.
If they're interested in that particular price, they can contact that retailer through our platform, and they can ask that retailer to deliver that product through home delivery option, or they can explore other options that is available for that retailer. I mean, home delivery option, credit card facility, does he buy back the old mobiles, or EM facilities available or not. So each question the user needs to that a user thinks of before going it offline, that information is we are trying to bring whole information over a single screen, and trying to save users a lot of bargaining and window shop time, as well as helping the vendors to market their products. With the pace the internet users are increasing in the country, the offline space is huge, and there need these kind of platforms which can aggregately bring those retailers online which do not have sufficient internet knowledge to their website, to maintain their website, or to sell something through their website.
Okay.
So into the business of lead generation plus focused marketing. I mean, we generate leads for retailers, and as well as you can say that we are a focused marketing solution which is advertising their shops among the internet users of their locality, which is very important. In today's era, there are limited marketing platforms available for the small brands, and the big marketing channels are they are costly as
Tell me about how much transaction volume, what kind of traffic are you getting, how many retailers are on the system?
So for that, I like you to go through. See, this is what we have researched. That this is a survey done by Google recently, and the results and the facts were astonishing. As per Google, 80% users research products online, but 65% of them still goes to buy it offline. So there is a huge opportunity belongs there. So this is just a survey.
That's macro issue. What is your situation? What is the stage of your business? You said you've launched it already. So what is the traction level?
So next slide, I have already described it. That will be next slide. So just wait for this slide. This is an interesting slide. As you see that 95% of the users that are coming on our website right now are searching for mobile XYZ in a city, Jaipur, and its price. So as I mentioned in the screenshot, you can check that users are searching that Samsung Galaxy price in Jaipur, Samsung Galaxy this price in Jaipur. So shows that there is need of a platform because the users are searching, and this is what the data is saying. Next slide. Now, this is the traction. We have 100 plus retailers from Jaipur signed in last month. We have 10,000 plus users using our website right now. And more than 10 retailers have already paid us for this lead generation model. We are going with a 200% month-on-month basis, and the transaction rate that is happening through our website is more than 10%.
Charging the retailers, how do they pay? Is it per lead or a subscription? Are they paying?
See, we have started charging them on a lead-based model. That is, we have committed that we will send them at least 35 queries in a month of filtered mobile users, and for that we are charging them 1,500 rupees per month. That's $30 per month. That is equal to $30 per month in exchange of sending 35 mobile leads queries to them. So we explain them that we are only responsible for generating the leads. We are not responsible for transactions as Google AdWords do. It takes you there to the website of the guy who has paid Google, but it's not responsible whether the transaction to that website has occurred or not. So that is, we initiate the process, but that is converted by the retailer itself. And
how many retailers get a single lead? Let's have generated one lead through your website. How many will 100 retailers get that lead?
No. Two retailers. Actually, one model is that if you are interested in a particular retailer's price, you insert your mobile number there, and then we forward that mobile number to that particular retailer. So this retailer is the guy for whom you have put your mobile number. I will send this mobile number to another retailer of that locality if he has paid us. Yes, so a single mobile is being shared to one extra retailer. The first retailer is the one to whom the mobile number is given by the user's consent, and the second one is the premium model plan. And this gives variety to the users that he can choose between the two retailers, and maybe more bargaining can be done on phone itself, and this is working. Okay.
So you're now with 100 retailers, you're doing about 1.5 lakhs a month, right?
No, 10% retailers have agreed to pay.
Oh,
10%. It's a premium model.
Yeah. Okay.
So, see, we do not have any brand identity, or we are not as big, but if they are paying us, that implies that there is a need. Because in India, I don't know about the rest of the world, but in India,
if you can 10% to pay, you can get the other people to pay as well. Otherwise, you shut them off. You basically tell them that, okay, we have 10% of the retailers who are paying, they're going to get the leads, you're not going to get the leads, and end of story. You either pay or you get off.
Exactly. And the point is that now the business of these retailers have started getting affected by the online websites or marketplace websites. So we should understand the need of this concept or this platform, because in order to get the internet users to their shop, they have to be online, and for being an online, these kind of platforms will work.
Yeah. I fully agree with you. So this is good. I like what you're doing. And retailers, how many retailers in your category are there in Jaipur?
There will be around 200 plus retailers, including small and large ones.
So your order of business is to get all 200 some retailers on your platform and get them all to start paying. That's the first order of business. You to fully deploy Jaipur, that's what you need to do.
Exactly, we are doing it. See, in offline world, you know that everyone has its own mind and its own discretion. So sometimes a user afraid that okay, you will show my contact information in front of public, so I'm not going to have my shop listed on the website. This is a weird excuse, but yes, we received such kind of excuses also. So
it's an industry that has not really fully gone online, so it's a process of educating them, and they will get there eventually. How much time does it take you to really penetrate Jaipur fully?
Okay. So yes, sir, we are doing it, and my target is to do it in the next couple of months. I mean, next couple of months, let's settle down to Jaipur complete, and let's see what is coming next. Slide.
What is your estimate of the total business that you can do in Jaipur? What is the total available market in Jaipur?
Well, Jaipur is a comparatively small city. It's a tier 2 city. So in order to reach to a sustainable amount, I need to launch this website in at least 10 cities of the country, which will be a combination of tier 1 and tier 2 cities. If we successfully launch it in 10 cities of the country, then we have a potential of at least generated more than 1.5 lakh leads per month. Those 10 cities, even if we capture 25%.
In terms of, what is the value of that? 1.5 lakh leads, what is that going to translate into?
In terms of money?
Yeah.
See, I will be very honest. Apart from generating leads, it has to be calculated that how can we monetize that particular process, because lead generation is one part. We can also integrate a subscription-based model where a retailer can be asked to list up to 10 products for free, and if he wants to list more than 10 mobiles of his shop, then he can be charged X amount of money. And we use this platform as a focused marketing solution. So I mean, selling the ad spaces around, but that will be targeted ad spaces. Like someone searched in India Samsung Galaxy price in Delhi, suppose. So we can charge a big retailer of Delhi that if anyone will search Samsung Galaxy price in Delhi, will show your shop name in top of that search, stating it as a sponsor. So this will enhance your chances of getting discovered. So model also exists. So in terms of revenue, well, I'm not sure where we can get it to, but the figures are promising. Only capitalize it to a huge level.
All right.
We have just started a lead model now, and we will figure out with the subscription and with the advertisement also once we have the sufficient amount of users. So that takes time, but yes, that will be equally monetizable model.
What you put here as your challenge to get prices from retailers, that's the issues, because the way comparison shopping online works is it generally goes and basically crawls the web and gets the prices, and the assumption is that the retailer's already online and have their catalogs online. You are working with a different retailer base. You're working with a base of people who the research is happening online, but the retail is not online. So that makes life much harder, and it's a much, much more manual process. So in a way, you to be able to really do this at scale, you almost need some sort of a call center that's going to call into these retailers and work with them on their basis, because these are people that are not net savvy.
You are absolutely right, and this is what we have already started doing. So we have, apart from collecting the prices manually, because the feet on street model is not very much scalable, and we understand that. We have started using the alternate ways to upload the prices into the system. First is we have created a retailer panel in our website, which is extremely frictionless. So if our retailer is a little bit of internet savvy, he can update his price by using our admin panel. Secondly, he can call to our telephonic centers by his registered mobile number in order to update the price. And just now we have started with a missed call service. So a retailer needs to give a missed call on our registered mobile number, and our executive will call him back in order to update the prices.
Well, so there's an assumption that you're making that these retailers are not going to set up their own e-commerce stores.
See, it's not an assumption. It's an assumption. It's a fact, because if even see you that creating an e-commerce portal is a 1% part, and selling a product through that e-commerce portal depends on the rest of the 99% part. So you need 50,000 or 1 lakh odd rupees in order to create an e-commerce portal. But it's very hard to sell products through your e-commerce portal, and especially when there are thousands of e-commerce portals launching on a daily basis. There comes the importance of these aggregator websites, which do the complete stuff for you and generate leads for you. It's a referral model. So I am referring someone who is interested in buying mobile.
Back to what I said earlier, the price comparison portals for, this is a category, right? Price comparison has grown. It's an established category. It's been around since the beginning of the internet and beginning of e-commerce. And most of them actually leads over to other e-commerce sites. They kind of follow the internet, get prices, do the comparison, and drive traffic into those e-commerce sites. It's not like they, don't send traffic on the e-commerce sites.
Absolutely, but they are doing it for the online world because it is very easy to do, and it's for the offline world. So that's why I'm saying that we are making these niche businesses, on and offline, compete with each other.
Well, but my point is, some down the line, in the next few years, retailers that are getting more familiar with the internet are going to set up their own e-commerce sites. So it's not going to be so much of an online-offline scenario. It's going to be an online-online scenario. But where you are right is that for now, there's an online-offline scenario going on, and there's an online-offline scenario in cities with a lot of retailers. And I think what you're pointing out is a real reasonable opportunity, and it's good that you're pursuing it. A viable business here. There's no question about it.
Yes, that's great to listen. That's my day.
Good luck, Manish. But you build a logistically complex business. What I was saying is, because it's online, offline, it's logistically complex because there's a lot of educating the retailers and getting their data online and all these things that you're asking. There's a lot of friction in the business. There's a lot of manual elements in the business.
Exactly. So I'm hopeful that every good thing comes with challenge, and I'm ready to take this challenge.
Yeah. That's why you have a business proposition here. Okay. Good luck, Manish. We're asking a bunch of questions here. Can I elaborate on building the business so I'm following the step so you're following the step correctly? Well, I can teach you how to build a business in 2 minutes. We have, a few minutes of Q&A left, and this we teach in the program. So if you really want to learn how to build a business, soup to nuts, you need to join the 1M1M Premium program. And if you have questions of that, I encourage you to talk to Irina. Irina Patterson is someone who's going to help you on behalf of the 1 Million by 1 Million program to do it, whether you want to join the program or not. And, Irina, if you could put in your phone number, Skype, and email ID on the public chat, that would be great. Irina's phone number is 786-312-456. Skype ID is Irina_Patterson, and her email is irina@1mby1m.com. So feel free to contact Irina. and she will help you understand the 1M program in more detail and help you decide whether you want to join the program or not. Question about whether I think nurture is a viable business or not, I'm not sure. You need to validate it. We have a full validation methodology that we teach you. You need to segment it, go the methodology and do validation work, positioning work, validation work. All of this stuff I can't teach you in 2 minutes, but you're going to need to learn before you can even validate it. So that's the next step. Is position the business, validate the business, and go through the iterative process of figuring out where is the opportunity. Anything else? Any questions, comments? No? Anybody else waiting on the line to talk to me? All right. No other questions or comments, then we will wrap up the session and get on with our day. I'm sure all of you have a tremendous amount of work to do. I certainly do. And I will see you next week at the roundtable right here, same time, same place.